Oh, Congressman Danny Davis. He was
the wrestler.
He was
No.
He was offering. I don't know if he's a congressman or not, but that's how memory a representative. But he was offering a kind of half-hearted, attempt at, let's not judge.
Come on.
Yeah.
He was sort of equating him to a gangbanger who got into some scrapes with the law at 14 and now wants to work at the Homeboys Bakery in LAX, and give him a chance to turn over a new leaf.
A quote shot at redemption.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it that guy?
Yes. Rep. Danny Davis.
Dangerous Danny Davis.
Says R. Kelly deserves second chance and shot at redemption. So, yeah, R. Kelly was...
first off, we can all agree that there's a spectrum of criminals, and on one end you got the guy who grew up with the deadbeat dad on the wrong side of the tracks and got into trouble early on, and then on the other side you have escaped Nazi war criminals. you know what I mean? And everyone kind of lands somewhere in between.
I think so.
But I'm going to say that R. Kelly's closer to one of the boys from Brazil than he is to the kid who grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. And I'm saying you must have more nuance when you speak publicly.
Yes.
Like, I'm all for everyone is for second chances, but not for escaped Nazi war criminals and beyond, right?
Yeah, the old canned "we need to have forgiveness for the rehabilitated" speech does not apply to this.
Not this time.
No.
Right.
Yeah, and don't forget about Aaliyah. Remember when it came out that, I'm looking at this right now, court records show that Aaliyah and Kelly were married in an illegal ceremony in 1994 when she was 15 and Kelly was 27. And I feel like they maybe fudged some of her numbers so they could get married. So he was... found guilty on 9 federal counts, including racketeering, sex crimes, kidnapping, obstruction of justice, human trafficking, and he still faces federal charges of child pornography, obstruction in Chicago, and the same charges on the state level in Minnesota.
We can play the clip of it.
So now when his sentence is finished, would he be welcome back in Chicago in your eyes?
Well, let me tell you, as an artist, one who's gifted and is gifted, I think he'll be welcomed back into Chicago as a person who can be redeemed. You know, I'm a big believer in what is called second chances.
Okay.
And I actually have a bill that we got passed called the Second Chance Act, which gives individuals the opportunities to be redeemed and to redeem themselves. So it really will all depend upon him.
So one last thing. So while he...
This is not the hill you want to die on.
I love when people are baiting people, but they're acting interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me more about that opinion that's wrong.
All right. So it's good to have sex with a 13-year-old, but okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We can all agree.
Yeah.
You know how he answered that question? He answered the question like he didn't listen to the question, and then he kind of caught the last second of it, and he didn't even, it sounded like he didn't even realize that he was talking about R. Kelly, and then he wanted to talk about his bill about second chances, and maybe they even showed it to him, and he was like, oh, that was about R. Kelly? Oh, God.
Shit.
It is shocking how many of our public officials all over the country, local, state, federal, just cannot speak extemporaneously.
Well, I was about to bring this up, which is there's 2 ages you get to as a man.
There are people who don't want them talking without a script.
Well, if you let's play it again just for a second, because not only is it the actual verbiage chosen, but the physical speaking seemed a little difficult as well.
All the days and Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Right.
It was a little strained,
There's 2 things. I'll play you 20 seconds of this and then we'll...
So now when his sentence is finished, would he be welcome back in Chicago in your eyes?
Well, let me tell you, as an artist, one who's gifted and is gifted, I think he'll be welcomed back into Chicago as a person.
All right. Here's my point. Here's what I'm making. At a certain point when you're a dude, you start to realize that you're older than the cops who pull you over, and
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Some 26-year-old going, okay, what do I need you to do for me right now? Just go ahead and step around. And you're like, I'm so much fucking older than you. It's weird when you're older than the cops.
Right.
And now, smarter than the politicians.
Yeah.
Like, if this guy said, I'm applying for a job to drive the tram from the hotel to LAX and back, I'd go, I just don't think you're up to.
Yeah.
We're
gonna go a different way.
There's many stops. There's Southwest and Delta. They're not the same place.
Yeah.
You have to apply the brake. Then it's with the
Memorize
accelerator. There's the incoming and the outgoing, departing. Like,
Right.
I just don't feel like you're up to this challenge.
Getting the bags on the rack.
And you're allowed to say you don't know. Like, who knows? I have no idea. We'll see what happens.
Would you like to take a crack at his age?
127.
You're close.
Yeah, I have a lot of gray hair, so I don't mean to make fun of his gray hair, but his eyebrows were like patchy. They were like public golf course grass.
That's right.
Eyebrows.
He is 80 years young.
All right. Well, also, we do want to live in a world where you go like, well, look, you're 72, you can't fly commercial airliner anymore, and you go, why not? I'm fine, and they go, yeah, but you're 72. Like,
Prove
we
it.
just can't.
Yeah.
We can't have you do that anymore. We can get to that with politics too. At a certain point.
Wasn't Strom Thurmond like 112?
Yeah, and he was like, well, also the thing about the 112-year-old politicians we used to have is like. There's pictures of him tackling black people trying to use the white person's drinking fountain. Like,
Right.
if you were prominent in the 40s and the 50s,
Doesn't age well.
It's not going to age well.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Good
gonna age
point.
well at all. That guy did not age well. He's saying 4 words per minute. Like,
Right.
Could you imagine even if I told the blowjob story, like, and I was like, my girlfriend
Yeah.
blew me? You'd be like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the story.
Shatner
give up.
speaks faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the other thing that's grabbing the headline about this today is at least one person besides Danny Davis is on R. Kelly's side. Please strap in. You're gonna be shocked.
All right. Felicia Rashad.
Scott
Close.
Baio.
I just feel like she was a big Cosby supporter.
She
was.
Let's be consistent, Felicia.
Very close. Go one step further
James Woods.
into the mix.
Rose McGowan.
Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Right there.
He recently.
So close.
Yeah, he says the singer got a bad deal. He got railroaded. Cosby spokesperson Andrew Wyatt was asked what his client's reaction was and about being convicted on all 9 counts. He said the guy was railroaded. He blames the legal eagle Gloria Allred and systemic racism. Allred represented the alleged victims in both the Cosby and Kelly cases. And yeah, Kelly's facing 10 years to life
I
when he
have
gets
to
sentenced in
assume
May.
the victims were black. It's hard to.
Did you watch the documentary?
No.
It is bizarre. It is all these women who are like kind of a harem and like super brainwashed and like, well, it's very cultish. Like they won't, and I think they're all black, from what I remember.
They were, and he also would like basically get them this townhome or like the recording studio that he was
Right.
recording in, and like while he's recording all of his albums, he would just kind of have a fuck room, and there'd be an underage girl in there, and he also his people really wouldn't let her leave or come and go.
But also,
So
she was
kind of a
not
prison.
allowed to have any contact with her family.
Not like no cell phones.
Yeah.
No, it was. I mean, it's
It
like
was Jeter-esque.
Do they age out like Menudo?
I mean, let's
I
say
think
what
so.
it was.
It's been said many times.
He's next.
Yeah, so
God.
Cosby is standing by his man.
Yeah, you can't just take a man's career and give it a sleeping pill, all right? That's Bill Cosby.
I think it's more the enemy of my enemy is my friend. He's
What is,
not a Gloria Allred fan.
Weird that he's chiming in at all, right?
I mean, is it? Isn't this the Cosby we'll remember now?
Well, as we previously discussed, he started talking a lot about black youth, and then Hannibal Buress got onto someone's radar. You know, we don't realize how much of life is just getting onto someone's radar,
Yeah,
and then
right.
once you get onto someone's radar, now that's it. I mean, there's a governmental version of this. It's like
There's an airline version and a flight attendant version.
yeah, look,
Some
Tin
kind of
Horn
Carolla
Flats
version.
Tin Horn Flats is closed down
Right.
because they got under the Burbank
Right.
City Council's fucking radar. Not that they didn't do anything dangerous or illegal or anything. They just got onto the radar, and it's like, all right, fuck you. We're gonna fuck with these people. And I'm saying to Bill, let's stay off the radar. That's all.
Lay
I'm
low.
saying.
Yeah.
What does the first paragraph of Bill Cosby's obituary look like now? As opposed to 15 years ago?
It's like Weinstein, the disgraced mogul, the disgraced
the
comedian.
One celebrated.
Right.
Was laid to rest. Ironically.
Let's go the other direction and talk about someone we haven't talked about in the news for a while, Miss Greta Thunberg. She has given another speech that is just making waves all over social media. You know, she's a Swedish activist. She's a young
I hate
teenager.
to weave an aesthetic into this.
Uh-oh.
But if you catch girls at 16, some women you catch at 16, you go, oh, she's going right to Hotsville. Like, I know she's got a fucking one-way ticket. She had her passport stamped.
Sure.
Fucking
Do
hot
not
chick.
pass go.
We don't all agree
She'll
with
never.
this.
There's not enough booze or cigarettes
Sure.
or fast food to get her below an 8 for another 25 years.
Sure.
Like, there's those. And then there's the other ones, which is like, you better fucking hit the books, baby. No professional comedian's going to want you to blow him in a car. But once in a while, you get the ones that could go. They're like fork in the road.
Yeah.
Like
I think she's worried about it.
She could end up being a model, or she could take some kind of turn. You know.
Yeah.
So for me, since the aesthetic
no.
is obviously the most important
Right.
part,
Yeah. Jury's out.
not the words.
Yeah. Not her thoughts and her actions, her
haven't-
deeds. Not only that.
No.
The fact that she came from, Sweden to New York on like a zero carbon boat.
She came on a net filled with coconuts.
Right.
She floated here.
Right.
It's zero carbon.
Yes.
That's how Pepillon got off the
That's
island.
right. You are going to see a picture of her. She truly looks like 12 or 13. She's 18. So she.
Now, R. Kelly should have worked this angle. Find the ones that are technically 18, but look.
The perverted justice decoys on To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there not plenty of those?
Yeah.
Who, by the way, that's the. I mean, look, your girlfriend's fine, but the boyfriend of the perverted justice chick who's playing the 13-year-old but is really 23, that's a sweet gig.
Yeah.
That's a
that
good
boyfriend is fucking, that's a good get.
That's a very good get.
You could do the role playing where you just stand outside the bedroom and be like, hold on, let me get some sweet tea and Toll House cookies. All right, let me park the van. You know what I mean?
Says Hot Chick 69.
Did you bring the pizza?
I'm on my AOL Messenger. Sending this to you. So wait, we're doing the thing that remember this is my reference point. Maybe this is going to show my age, but like I remember when the Olsen twins turned 18 and everybody freaked out because they were little girls and then now they were hot chicks and sexualized and whatever. So is that what's happening right now? Is this the story with Greta Thunberg?
I don't think
She's got
so.
more words.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I don't
got
think
more
so.
words.
She's not a Biden fan. Or maybe it's
No,
this whole
she's lumping
country.
them all in together.
We're all
She mocked all world leaders, including Biden
To
and
roast.
Boris Johnson, at a youth climate summit in Milan on Tuesday, saying the last 30 years of climate action have been amounted to blah, blah, blah. And she has more words on that. She imitated the leaders. She repeated their commonly used expressions. She shat all over them.
Doing material.
Here's a clip, and it was long, so I just cut it down to about a minute. That's not her.
That's not
She's black.
This is her speech after she talks about how, she said, what do you think of when you think of, green, whatever? I think of jobs. Let's talk about green jobs. Let's talk about whatever. And then she goes on
got
to
off
say,
prompter.
Yeah.
We must find a smooth transition towards a low-carbon economy. There is no planet B. There is no planet blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Hold for applause.
This is not about some expensive, politically correct green act of bunny hugging or blah, blah, blah. Build back better, blah, blah, blah. Green economy, blah, blah, blah. Net zero by 2050, blah, blah, blah. Net zero by 2050, blah, blah, blah. Net zero, blah, blah, blah. Climate neutral, blah, blah, blah. This is all we hear from our so-called leaders. Words that sound great, but so far has led to no action. Our hopes and dreams drown in their empty words and promises. Of course, we need constructive dialogue, but they've now had 30 years of blah, 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 and where has that led us?
Oh, my God. Do not let her deliver my eulogy. Red turn signals, blah, blah, blah. Red arrows, blah, blah, blah. Loud tech music and steakhouses, blah, blah, blah. Where's the lemon and lime in first class? Blah, blah, blah. The worst. Pete Lee got roadhead. Blah, blah, blah. That'd be the worst fucking eulogy ever. I like race cars. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my
Anyway,
God.
he'll be missed.
Apparently, my vegan diet didn't give me enough nutrition to make me tall as an 18-year-old. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't know. Jury's still out aesthetically with her.
I know that is the lead. Yeah. But the thing about her is you got to respect it. She's not pandering to any political group. She just hates the old guard.
God, I couldn't. You guys like remember when you were a kid and there's like that one religious family and
we
you
live next to 'em.
fucking, I come from fucking pagans, you know, and I was always scared I was going to eat dinner and someone would go like, would you like some? And I'd go like, this is great fucking chicken, Mrs. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, God damn it. And I have to run out of the house because I was so scared I was going to fucking have my shirt untucked or use the Lord's name in vain.
Right. Yeah.
Could you imagine being like her roommate in college and like you just opened a fucking Snickers bar and you're holding the wrapper and you're like, you look at her and it's like, I'm going to walk it down to the landfill or...
Do you know how many years it would take to make that into compost?
You know
blah,
what?
blah.
Greta, I'm just going to eat the wrapper. Is that...
Oh, sure, eat the wrapper because we all need to excrete more plastic into the water. Blah, blah, blah.
I know you saw me drive the other day to the
I was meaning to bring that up
I
to you.
should have walked. I feel horrible.
I should have walked. Blah, blah, blah.
This water bottle this water bottle I've had since I was 14. I know it. I know
Do
it
you
looks
know how
newish.
much BPA has seeped into that water? Blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna eat some sod for dinner. Would you like
would take
some?
the sod from the earth. It so richly needs that to grow plants. Blah, blah. Your empty promises, blah.
I heard that you found a Slim Jim wrapper next to my futon. I want to assure you, that was planted. There's no possible way that I purchased that.
You put another human being in this room, the precious air that we need, just the two of us to suck up our air and plant us, blah, blah.
I have to take, look, I am going to take a shower, but I haven't taken a shower in 26, days, okay? I just want you to think I'm taking showers.
Ivory tower, taking showers every 20 days, blah, blah.
Just time me on your phone. I won't be in there longer than 30 seconds. I promise.
I will time you by the sun, blah.
And scene. Yeah.
So we'll
It'd
see.
be a lot of fucking pressure being around her, right? Would you
Can you
you'd be self-conscious about opening things or eating things or like
Turn
suggesting
the light on.
turning a light on?
Yeah, you'd eat a Snickers and she'd be like, well, actually, the company behind Snickers gives money to warlords,
Right.
and they're the worst. And
Yes.
you're like, I didn't know that. I just like Snickers.
Yeah.
By the way, you nailed that impression.
Oh.
That was awesome.
incredible.
Thank you.
It took you 3 tries to do the Lucy, but that was like, that was just one
Thank you.
take.
I just tried my best. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there was talk of. I don't know what her status is, behaviorally or mentally, but I'm glad I'm glad we have her. She's fun.
Well, we're in a world where everyone is now on the spectrum. I think that's a real spectrum case there. I feel like
Yeah.
there is
Seems
some
so.
spectrum there.
She does strike me as to your point, but like you go, I appreciate all the things that she's doing. I appreciate all of her ideas, but she does look like somebody who would be zero fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
Just no fun. Oh,
Net zero
yeah,
carbon
like
fun.
Net zero fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even her family, they're like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Oh, is no fun Greta coming?
Oh my God.
Like she just looks like she's no fun.
Could you? Yeah, her showing up. I mean, that would be Thanksgiving meal destroyed with Greta, right? You'd be
What are you
scared.
allowed to have?
Oh my
You'd have
God.
to eat with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could you eat?
You would have to eat before you went to Thanksgiving.
It's like
Right.
a Thanksgiving forage.
Right.
You can't pre-cook a turkey.
And it'd be a constant thing where like if you went to McDonald's, you'd have to fucking gargle and rinse before she came back. She
You
could smell
clean
the
that
quarter
car
panel,
out, yes.
quarter pounder on your breath. You know what I
An
mean?
equal opportunity shit giver. Her parents aren't safe. Like, no, she doesn't show grace to anyone, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on her. Would you like one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, she probably like set up a giant countdown to destruction Earth's calendar, like a big digital monitor
Right.
in the living room. Like every morning you just walk in and go, I have 9 years, 4 months, and 27 days.
Get cracking.
You know how every sitcom character speaks from their point of view? Like on Friends, Chandler was like insecure, so he was funny, and Monica
Right.
was OCD, and like, you know, Joey would be like a sandwich. Like
Right.
I think Greta would actually be a great sitcom character, just the one that's no fun but like extremely smart
Debbie
with
Downer.
everything.
Yeah, essentially Debbie Downer brought to life.
Debbie
Right.
Downer brought to life. Yeah.
Right.
All right, one more.
All right. Well, I hope we didn't talk about this while I was gone because I have a lot of thoughts about this guy. The owner of the LA Clippers, Steve Ballmer, you're familiar?
I missed the last owner.
Well, he happens to be worth about $100 billion and is building a new arena in LA for the team. And along the stuff that he really wants
Staples
to...
Center is 19 years old.
No, he has no. That will never do because he has new plans like a contactless concession stand where he wants it to feel like you're going into your kitchen and just grabbing stuff. He has this obsession with toilets and is doing his best to revolutionize the bathroom experience, and that is getting all of his attention. He doesn't want lines in bathrooms. He wants fans to get in and out. He doesn't want to miss any of the game. So he's putting one toilet for every 27 seats in the upper deck, and apparently that's a lot. He said there'll be, there'll be about 1,500 toilets in all. And like, he loves toilet talk. Here he is talking to a crowd about this vision.
What we found in there is we can get you in and out, and you're not even going to have to.
Play it again. We'll heat it up a little.
And what we found in there is we can get you in and out, and you're not even going to have to hustle around like our guys do, like Terrence does, like Harry would, like Paul would, and Kawhi. You don't have to hustle. You walk, you take care of your business, you come back, and you do it in a timeout. We think we've got that. You never know till it's real. But I can tell you, the architect said we're putting in a whole lot more toilets than anybody else in the NBA.
Hilarious.
Can I
He's
say this?
really excited.
I don't think there shouldn't be, in the men's room, there should be no toilets. That's only there for throwing.
I'm like, I'm going to tell him that we put on his book, and then I got my dick sucked. And he's my hero now.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so Roadhead on I-90. Yeah.
Were you, while listening to the audiobook?
We shut it down.
That's for the best.
Which I got to say...
You don't want to get a boner every time you hear him talk.
I say you get
Yeah.
a psychological.
It's going to be Pavlovian. Yeah, he's really like, and these fucking people. And I'm really like, oh, I'm
Oy,
hard.
oy, oy,
Oh,
oy.
God.